We chat to the bloke who's barnstorming Australia, dive videos around.
All this and a whole lot more tonight on MTV.
Hey, Jimmy. Hero Jimmy Barnes. I saw Jimmy playing at Morwell a couple of hours drive out of Melbourne on Monday night and caught up for a quick chat. Jimmy's new band in fine form and, of course, the man with the voice singing his heart out. So, Jimmy, mate, on the road again. How's it feel to be back in action?
Good, really good. We've done, I guess, half a dozen shows of all so far, and they've been great, just going from strength to strength.
A new band this time?
A new band. There's various members who've played with me in the past, and a couple of guys who played in the last tour. Peter Kekell on keyboards, has been with me for a while now. Michael Haggerty played the last tour on bass. Mally Sticks back on lead guitar, and Jeff Neal's playing lead guitar. He's with on Australian Made, one of the big Canadians. Tom Lang is playing second keyboards and acoustic. He played on Australian Made. And the only real newcomer is Wilfredo Reyes, a new drummer who's a great player. I met with David Lindley. He plays in David's band. Well, he did till he came here.
There's an incredible amount of tours going on at the moment. Everybody seems to be coming to Australia. Jagger, Brian Ferry, Sting, everybody. But it seems that the most successful tours are all from Australian artists.
The best bands.
No one's disputing that. Is it sort of a coming of age for Australian, not Australian music, but for Australian tours back
Australian
home?
touring, yeah. Obviously, you know, when you get a band the quality in excess, you know, coming back off, you know, they haven't played here for 18 months. They have, you know, the #1 album in America. It was, you know, they were obviously going to pull people. I've obviously just come off the back of, you know, Freight Train Heart, and I've got the live album coming out in a high profile. Farnham, you know, can't put a foot wrong. He's just a great performer. You know, when you got acts of that caliber, I think, you know, people are going to come and see him, regardless. And I think there's a lot of other bands coming out as well, like early in the new year. And I know Noiseworks and Diesel are going out. You know, there's going to be a lot of good Australian tours about.
It's sort of gone one step past the pubs now, hasn't it? You know, there's not so many pub gigs around. There's a lot more bands,
which is also it's got its drawbacks as well, because they had so many pub gigs when we were like learning our chops, basically. That's, you know, where we learnt everything. So I'm actually thinking about sometime in the new year doing an actual pub tour, just with a real bare bones rock and roll band, no frills. You know, come and get it. You know, cheap and drink.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. I'm sure of it.
Speaking about the album, it's out conveniently timed for Christmas.
It's funny about that.
We've had one track from it, When a Man Loves a Woman. Yeah. Tell us about the rest of the album. It's obviously highlights from the last tour.
Yeah, well, it's basically, I had about 8 shows recorded, you know, over the period of the last 5 years. But I decided to just use the one, basically the one band. There's like one bass player change in it. Because, you know, we'd have lost too much continuity on the record. It sounds like a you know, the one show, but it's actually 2. It's 2 Melbourne shows. Early this year and late last year, the Melbourne Music Festival and the Entertainment Centre. So there's, you know, it sounds like the one show. It's great.
You're still trailblazing, Jimmy. This is the first time a double album, double cassette and a CD have been all released for the same price, $19.99. It's a first, isn't it?
Yeah, it's you know, like something I've been arguing about for a long time. I buy CDs in America a lot, and I notice that they get down to like $8.99, you know, $12.99, $14.99, and I come back here and I see people paying $26, $29, and it's something that Michael Gudinski, Mushroom Records, and myself wanted to, you know, really do, was to bring home the whole package under $20, including the CD, and that even made it tough for me, because I had to cut like 1 or 2 tracks off that I would have put on as well, but I would have had to go to a double CD, and we kept it down so we can keep the price down for the kids. I don't know why it's been that price before, you know, or whether it's just because you know, they've got the manufacturing really happening now and they can afford to do it, but I think it's a good thing.
You've been a little bit outspoken recently on the Asian immigration issue.
Well, I haven't been outspoken about it. A lot of other idiots have been outspoken about it. I've just sort of been, I've actually just, the way my comments and the whole thing are, you know, that you judge people on their merits, and you judge immigrants on what they do and what they can give to this country, rather than what colour they are, or what, you know, where they come from.
Do you think that whole thing has been pushed too far? I mean, would you stand up and really be counted?
Oh, definitely. You know, like I don't like anybody getting, you know, bit put on them for any reason. You know, I think if someone's, you know, doing a, you know, or offering a service to the country, they should be let in. It's there's no race thing in it. You know, it's all on merit. You know, forget about it.
Speaking about Asian immigration. It was the wild...
Anything else I'm going to get into?
No. I'm just wondering, the wild man of rock and roll's finally starting to sort of settle down a bit or not?
No, these are just things that, you know, like just, you know, to me, Asian immigration is something that I've felt, you know, like I've felt against racism since as long as I can remember. I've never, ever, you know, been a racist, and I don't agree with racism at all, and I don't want to live in a great country that, you know, if it starts to get like that, you know. And I think people, like, you know, whoever it was who spoke out, you know, have actually just, you know, legitimized racism, you know, and made people, you know, come out and talk about it. You know, if people want to be racist, keep it in their bloody backyards, you know. I don't want to hear about it. You know?
Yeah, well said. Here's Jimmy at the Melbourne Music Show earlier this year, barnstorming, When a Man Loves a Woman. Oh, yes, what do you say? Jimmy from his Barnstorming album, which is out on Monday, and as we said, the album, the double CD, and with double album, double cassette, single CD, all one price, $19.